Welcome back. This morning we are in the Riverwalk of Edwards. We're joined by Chris Anderson. We're here at Kind Bikes and Skis. Chris, thanks for having us.
Thanks so much for coming by.
This shop is beautiful. Lots of stuff going on. Can you talk a little bit about the bikes and all the equipment and gear you have here?
Absolutely. Yeah, we are a year-round and full-service bike shop, and we are predominantly for bikes. We sell specialized Revel electric e-bikes, which are great, cool cruiser e-bikes, and Moots, which is a custom titanium manufacturer. On top of that, in the summer, we have clothing lines from so many different companies. Clothing is a big part of what we do for cycling, and we're really proud of our selection here. We're also a full-service repair and maintenance shop, and we do work on bikes year-round. And in the winter, we offer a full selection of ski retail, from hard goods to soft goods to rentals and demos and ski tuning.
Love that. All the best stuff. And this shop, The Kind, has been around for 30 years plus. And you kind of took over in 2017-ish, but the staff here is amazing. But where's that name, and what's that name, The Kind, really mean to you guys?
Originally it started off as The Kind Cyclist back in 1992, and it was really just about embodying sort of, just dropping those bike shop attitudes that you might feel when you come in, things that might intimidate people, and that's really our thing here, is having a very welcoming space that's not intimidating. There's no attitude. We're helpful, we're informative, and our hope is that when somebody comes in, they leave with much more than they thought they would, not in terms of product, but in terms of information, how to care for their bike, how to use tools, that sort of thing.
I love that. And then, so your background, I know you have a background kind of in aviation here at the Eagle County Regional Airport, but you also have a background kind of growing up around bikes. Can you tell us kind of your background and growing up in Minneapolis around BMXing?
Yeah, I was a bike dork from the beginning. I started pedaling really early in life, and that transitioned into BMX racing and mountain bike racing. And I started in bike shops. That was really almost my first job when I was 16, and worked in shops through high school and college, and got me out here as well with my first position with Vail Resorts. And after about 17 years in retail, I decided to take a break and cash in a little bit, check in on my aviation background. So I worked with Eagle County down at the airport. But knowing that this was my true calling, the skis and the bikes, I would go home at night and nerd out on bike and ski stuff. Not on airport stuff, although I loved the airport. But serendipitously came across this opportunity while I was looking at either starting a shop or buying a shop out of the valley. Did not want to leave, so this really worked out great.
I love that. And there's like everything you could need: sunglasses, all the stuff for your tires, like everything you need is right here in one shop. How hard is it, and what does it look like transitioning these last couple weeks from kind of winter skis to the bikes now?
It goes pretty quick, to be honest with you. Yeah, we can actually transition the store in about a week and a half. Wow. And the community, in a great way, really forces our hand on that. And March is like our busiest month because we're doing bike and we're doing skis. Right. So we're getting business from all sides of the spectrum here. So we really have to switch quick. So we've got a pretty well-oiled and lubricated machine to do that.
Definitely. And this is like a prime location in the valley, right here in Edwards, right in between some of the best we have down in Eagle and some of the resort mountain biking up in Vail and Beaver Creek. So this is the spot to stop, right? And this is rentals. You can buy the bikes. It's everything you need. What should people know when they're kind of coming into Kind Bikes and Skis?
We're a bike shop that does it all. We're your full service bike shop, and our interest is really, our motto is that we exist for the community, and we exist because of the community. We're constantly gathering feedback and input from our community, and just trying to figure out how best we can serve those that need help that we can offer.
And speaking of the community, what are some of your favorite trails to hit, or what are your recommendations? Where are you riding your bike these days?
Oh gosh, on the gravel side, I really like to head up Lake Creek Road or down on the Colorado River Road, down between Dots Arrow and Vaughan McCoy area. Road bike, Vail Pass and Battle Mountain Pass. And locally, I ride mostly just like Arrowhead trails, the West Avon Preserve, Berry Creek If I get a chance, it's great to get down to Fruta or jump up to Vail and hit some of the classics like Buffer Creek or Lost Lake.
Yeah, so many great opportunities, and there's so many race series going on this summer. Do you see a lot of kind of these racers coming in and tuning up their bikes to get in peak performance here?
Absolutely, yeah. We're helpful and as however we can be on that. A lot of those riders have quick turnaround needs, which we can accommodate. Our service department functions pretty uniquely in that we can get things turned around pretty quick if they're small things, just to get somebody riding and keep them riding. And if there's a bigger service, once we get them riding, we can schedule that a little further out.
Yeah, and for someone like me that's lived in the Valley for 12 years, snowboards 100 days a year, I'm kind of scared, and I'm not afraid to say it. I'm scared of mountain biking out here, but how do you work with some of these people that are just getting into the sport or just cracking into it? How can you help them out?
Well, if they were to buy a bike from us, for example, we've got probably a 20-minute delivery checklist that we go through that teaches them how to maintain their bike, how to set up the suspension and maintain suspension, and teaches them a little bit of basics about keeping your weight in your feet. Also, some suggestions about where to ride when you're first getting started. Eagle is great. Up here, it's kind of a commitment between between Edwards and Vail, because you start with a pretty long climb. Yeah. But down in Eagle, they've got trails for everything, from beginners to intermediate to expert. It's a great place to start.
Yeah, love that. And then, so you kind of took over here at the Kind in 2017. What's next for you? What are you looking forward to this summer and kind of down the road here in the next couple of years?
I'm glad you asked. We actually have a really fun project coming up that we're working on right now. We're opening a store in Westville. Oh. And it's in the old North Side Grab and Go space next to the First Bank that was open, that will be open again next year. And we're partnering with Yeti's Grind, so it's going to be a really awesome and fun coffee and bike experience. And ski. We'll be doing skis there as well. It's just going to be a mini version of what we have in Edwards.
Very cool. Are we expecting that this summer or starting next winter?
We're hoping in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
It's going to be a little bit of a soft pedal start with the bike shop opening up, and it's going to take a little bit longer for Yeti's Grind to get in place and be ready to open. But last I spoke with them, we're looking at late July, early August to have a full bike and coffee shop. But full-on bike services will be offered starting in about 2 weeks, from rentals to service to retail.
That's amazing. What's your favorite part about that endeavor?
Just the partnership is so great. We've worked with Yeti's Grind for such a long time, partnering with group rides, and Marcy and Larry that are part of that. They own it. They come from a really big cycling background as well. People that understand the Yeti's Grind story know that it has really deep community cycling roots. So it's really a neat synergy that we have together, and we share the enthusiasm around the sport and coffee, and I'm a big coffee drinker, so and I love Yetis. They do an awesome job. So
yeah, what a cool collaboration with two long-standing businesses in the Valley. Very cool. What's maybe one of the harder things with starting up that up?
Just making sure you have all the pieces in place. Yesterday I was like, okay, I want to order a phone system, and just getting all the fixtures and doing a shop layout so that you can be at least 90% of the way there when you unlock the door for the first day.
Love that. Chris, thanks so much for joining us this morning. The Kind Bikes and Skis located here in the Riverwalk of Edwards. Anything I should have asked you? Anything else you want to add?
No, I think that's all right. Yeah, nothing that comes to mind, but I appreciate it.
Awesome. Beautiful shop in here, a lot going on. You got a busy summer ahead of you. It sounds like both here in Edwards and in Westville, but if you're looking to crack into mountain biking or skiing, or you're a pro and you're looking for some extra help, Kind Bikes and Skis has you covered. Chris, thanks so much for joining us, and have a great summer. Stay tuned for more Good Morning Vail.